Have you ever met someone who feels everything, but barely shows anything? They listen deeply, they care intensely, yet on the surface, they seem calm, detached, almost unreadable. Here's the psychology behind people who feel deeply, but show nothing. 1. They learned early that emotions weren't safe. For many of these people, emotional control wasn't a choice. It was a survival skill. At some point, showing feelings led to being ignored, misunderstood, or punished. So the brain adapted. It learned to process emotions internally instead of externally. Psychology calls this emotional self-regulation. But when it starts early, it becomes automatic. They still feel everything. They just don't reveal it. 2. They have extremely high emotional awareness. Ironically, the people who hide emotions best often understand them the most. They can read rooms, sense mood shifts, notice what others miss. This is a sign of high emotional intelligence. They don't react impulsively because they already know what they're feeling, and what others are feeling too. So they pause, they observe, they choose silence over expression. 3. They fear being a burden. These people don't want to dump emotions on others. Psychology links this to self-reliance conditioning, the belief that your feelings are your responsibility alone. So instead of sharing sadness, stress, or excitement, they minimize it. Not because it's small, but because they don't want to overwhelm anyone. 4. They feel deeply, but process slowly. Some minds don't react fast. They absorb first, then process later. This is common in introspective personalities. Their emotions hit late, but hit hard. By the time they understand what they feel, the moment has already passed, so nothing shows on the outside. 5. They value control more than expression. For them, emotional restraint feels like strength. Psychology calls this internal locus of control, the belief that stability comes from managing yourself, not expressing everything outwardly. They don't suppress emotions, they contain them. The takeaway: if you're someone who feels everything but shows nothing, there's nothing broken about you. Your mind just learned a quieter way to cope. But remember, emotions are meant to be understood, not hidden forever. If this felt uncomfortably accurate, you're not alone. And if you enjoy decoding human behavior like this, stay curious and subscribe for more psychology that actually feels real.